Five Nights at Freddy's. I really never thought I'd be talking about this game again, but I feel like I have to because the thought of having terrible videos on my YouTube channel just kills me. The FNAF reviews might just be the worst things I've ever made on this YouTube channel, which is why I'm going to remake them and delete the original monstrosities. Five Nights at Freddy's is an indie survival horror game created by a gentleman named Scott Cawthon. And before that, he made a PC game called Chipper & Sons Lumber Company. The game seemed to have a lot of negative reviews when it first came out. The main complaint that people seem to have with this game is that the characters are so creepy they look like animatronics from Chuck E. Cheese. He felt pretty bad about the negative comments, but it gave him an idea for his next project. He decided to make a whole freaking game about creepy animatronics. And thus, Five Nights at Freddy's was born. This game was very overrated when it first came out. Certain gamers were talking about this game like it was the second coming of Christ. They also made their own Let's Play videos after Markiplier exploded in popularity. But now that it's been years later, people are barely talking about this game, and poor Scott Cawthon is actually retiring. I figured I'd play this game again and see if it holds up. Ugh, what a creepy ass bear. Well, we're at the main menu and I already spot a problem. There's no options menu. That means you can't change the resolution, you can't change the controls, you can't change the audio, you can't change anything. F-. Okay, we appear to be in some sort of office. Okay, let's see, there's a desk, there's a plushie, there's garbage scattered around, there's two doors, two buttons on each door, a panel on the bottom. If you click on Freddy's nose on the poster, it'll honk for some reason. You might be wondering, well, what the hell is all this for? Well, you're in luck because the game actually explains it to you. A+.
Hello? Hello? I wanted to record a message for you to help you get settled in on your first night.
The phone guy tells you that the animatronics used to act normal until a kid was murdered at the plaza back in 1987. So now they roam around the restaurant all hours of the night. As a security guard, it's your job to make sure they don't get in the office before 6 a.m. Otherwise, they'll stuff you in an empty costume, causing you to die in a very gruesome way. Dude, f*** this shit. I'll take McDonald's and Burger King any day of the week over this hellhole. What really gets to me is how casual the phone guy is telling you all this information.
So just be aware, the characters do tend to wander a bit. They're left in some kind of free roaming mode at night. They'll probably try to forcefully stuff you inside a Freddy Fazbear suit. Yeah, they don't tell you these things when you sign up.
This guy is a lying, pretentious punk, and I hate the fact that he's sugarcoating every piece of information he's given me about the animatronics. Okay, so here's how the game works. You have to survive the night shift from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. You do this by checking the cameras to see where the animatronics are, and you need to flash your lights to make sure they're not outside your office. It might sound simple, but there's a catch. You have a limited amount of power and you can't use it all up. Otherwise the game is over and you die a horrible death. The lights use up power, the cameras use up power, and the doors use up power. Yeah, you heard me right. Simply shutting the doors uses up power. How the hell does keeping the doors shut drain power? Shouldn't that be the other way around? And if you can't keep the doors shut for your safety, then that's a lawsuit waiting to happen. Just get rid of those electric doors and install normal ones with locks. As stupid as the door situation is, it's actually brilliant on a gameplay standpoint because if you kept the doors shut throughout the entire game, then it wouldn't challenge the player and it would just be a really bad game. But speaking of stupid situations, I find it strange that Freddy Fazbear's Pizza has such crappy electrical wiring that all the power in the entire restaurant can go out. So I guess if the power goes out during their daily service, that means there'll be hungry customers who aren't getting their pizza, and possibly some safety hazards in the kitchen. Also, if the power goes out at night, shouldn't that mean the animatronics go out too? For some reason, everything in the entire building wipes out of power except for that creepy ass bear. Oh, well, excuse me for pointing out questionable safety hazards.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Five Nights at Freddy's is a point-and-click horror game. You have to move the mouse left and right to look around the office, you click on the buttons to flash your lights or shut the doors, and you hover your mouse over the bottom of the screen to pull up the cameras. It's a simple control setup, but it becomes a problem later on in the game. The animatronics start off really slow on the first 3 nights, but after that they start rushing at your door, and you have to have fast reflexes with your hand. There are times when I died simply because I didn't shut the door fast enough, or because I tried going so fast that I ended up flashing the lights instead of shutting the door. I think it would have been better if the game had keyboard commands for the lights, doors, and cameras rather than just clicking on everything. It would have made things easier to handle. Hell, as a matter of fact, I would prefer using a controller to play this game. Now that'd be pretty sweet. All of the animatronics act in different ways. Bonnie and Chica both peek inside your office before killing you, which gives you a little bit of time to shut the doors. Foxy will slowly come out from behind the curtains to sprint toward your office, and you gotta make sure you shut the door on your left before he gets there. And finally, Freddy likes to sneak around dark areas, and when he gets to your office, he doesn't peek inside, he just barges right in. I found him very unpredictable at times, and out of all the animatronics, I hate him the most. I will say, when I first played this game back in 2014, I didn't think it was going to be that scary. But then I started playing it, and I will admit, I was slightly wrong. It's scary the first 3 nights because everything is going at a slow pace, you're kind of getting a feel for the game, and that's when you'll most likely get jump scared. But when night 4 rolls around, you don't get scared anymore. After you survive the 5th night and beat the game, you get your paycheck. $120. Are you serious? I went through all that just for $120? What the f*** is wrong with this place, man? There's a 6th night? Why is there a 6th night? It's called Five Nights at Freddy's. Did Scott Cawthon forget how to count? So what do I think of Five Nights at Freddy's after all these years? It's okay.